Today I'm going to give you a tour of my garden. I started this on May 15th. It took me a couple weeks to get everything in, but it's now July 11th, so it's almost been 2 full months, and I haven't really had a serious garden that I planned out as much as I did with this one. I try to do a lot of square foot planning so that every square foot would have a plant in it if that was appropriate, but I also left a row in between each of these so that I could walk through there. But let's start up here at the top. I just have some simple onions growing in there, and they're doing just great. And then potatoes, I've got a whole row of potatoes, and I had no idea that they would grow so tall and with all these leaves, but potatoes are doing great. They're down in there. I know you're supposed to hill them or add more soil to the base so you can get even more potatoes, but considering I have like 20 feet, which is like 20 plants of potatoes, I'm not really worried about having a shortage of potatoes. So yeah, those are coming out pretty good. I do have some radish right here in the corner. Those are probably gonna be ready pretty darn soon. Those will probably be totally fine. But anyway, so potatoes growing very well. Next we have some lettuce. I think we got some arugula here. I did sneak in some Thai hot peppers. Look how small the one on the left is. It's a baby. It hasn't changed in like 2 months. I mean, it barely has grown. So I know those have a long time to kind of go to harvest. And then I have some lettuces over here. The lettuces are okay. The one on the far, or the closest to me, is a little bit not amazing. I had to prune some of that off, but that's okay. Let's get in here. So yeah, but those look like yummy green mix I can eat. Here's my little fake snake that's gonna scare off any birds and stuff. And if you didn't already see, I do have chicken wire around the whole garden. That's kept out any pests, any bunnies and chipmunks or whatever. I haven't had anything really biting on this, so got a little pinwheel here for fun. It also probably scares away some animals when the wind blows. We got some real nice cabbages. Pretty happy about this. Low maintenance, just water them. And there's like a cabbage head in here, a little baby cabbage head. It's probably take another month or so to mature, but those are looking fantastic. And then there's 2 types of kales over here. We got, yeah, these kales, they're looking just fine too. And just water them and let them go. And then I have 3 celeries. 1, 2, 3. Celeries seem like they're doing fine. I heard that they love water, so I always water them. They look good. Let's come back here. Oh, my son Ethan got me these solar lights for Father's Day. So those are nice. They light up at night. Anyway, this is the pepper row. So got like a poblano pepper, some hot sriracha peppers, which probably were mislabeled considering that looks like a jalapeno to me. I don't think that's a sriracha pepper, but that's the first pepper that's pretty much ready to pick and go. Got some little babies in there too. Here's Hungarian peppers. Those look like they're gonna be ready soon. Pepperoncinis are gonna be this one. Looks like it'll take some time to come along. Got some jalapeno going. Those are coming along fine. These are, I think these are the red bell peppers. So I got this one and that one's some sweet pickle peppers over there. Anyway, those are the pepperos. They're coming along great. All right. The final 2 rows are going to be cucumbers and tomatoes. But starting with the cucumbers, we have some special, 2 of the plants are cucamelons. These are the cute little things. They've really taken on a mind of their own. They're kind of just going everywhere, which is totally fine with me. I want them to flourish and make as many of these little baby cucamelons as possible. Look at that little freaking cute thing. These will get to be the size of a grape. And they just taste like cucumber But just little cute little snacks. My wife's excited about those. And then if you look down, you got a whole row of cucumbers, which are mostly going to be the little mini cucumbers because we like those. They're coming along just fine. And I also want to point out that everything on these back 2 rows is the trellis. So I ran a clothesline, and every plant has some twine dangling down all the way to the base. When I planted them, I put the twine underneath the roots and planted it that way so that you have something securing the twine. But yeah, these cucumbers are doing just great. They are grabbing, they keep grabbing their neighbor actually, and they're grabbing their neighbor's twine. So I have to kind of separate them out, but yeah, they're doing good. I'm trying to find you a little bit of a baby one. Little babies are starting to pop out. See if I can find one for you. Here we go. Look at this little baby there, little baby cucumber. Yep, I'm gonna have tons and tons of cukes because I basically have 20, almost 20 cucumber plants. All right, looks like we've made it over here to this corner. Actually, this is the watermelon. The watermelon, it's not huge by any means, and I was worried about it in the beginning because it took weeks before it even started to grow. I was worried I was gonna lose it, but it made it through. And then we've got some zucchini plants here. It's actually, I thought it was 1 zucchini, and down here it's split into 2. So maybe, I don't know if zucchini's split like that or if it was actually 2 plants, but I have been pruning it at the base. It's not really taking off too much, but there's a zucchini in there. There's like a couple other little babies in there. Can't really see, but I know there's a way to kind of self-pollinate. You can grab a male plant and put it on the female flower. All right, let's get into Tomato Alley, the last place here. So these are, here's some Mountain Magic. I bought it the last minute. They're coming along good, but see, I have them all up on these trellises, so they're doing real good. I got tomatillos, 3 tomatillos. You're supposed to have at least 2 tomatillos because I guess they might not pollinate if you just have 1. And then you can see these little tomatillos coming along. Yep, they're in there and just doing fine. Those ones are kind of the bushy, like, I guess you would call it determinate style. So they don't really need to climb the vine, but I have twine for them to climb anyway. And then I think I have like 5 or 6 tomatoes that are in the back corner here. And again, they're doing just great. Like, look how they're climbing. And I keep pruning the bottom. You know, I prune the bottoms off so that none of the leaves touch the soil. Get some air movement. Try to do some deep soaking. And then there's that one tomato. I think it's a Delicious. It has, let me get right in there. It's my first like real tomato that's pretty much ready to go. So pretty happy about that. If I could sneak in here one more time. Anyway, it's great. So let's get a back end view of this. Oops. All right, yeah, from the back. Here's the tomatoes. There's a tomato again. All right, and then let's just cruise on over to my herb garden real quick. All right, so if we move over here, I've got an herb garden. And I water this one every day too. Got some rosemary, some thyme, some oregano, some garlic chives, Thai basil, which is really great and yummy, parsley, cilantro, lavender, some mint, and some regular chives that I've had since my last house. Brought those over, transplanted them, they're fine. And this dill is gonna die, and so be it. That's the one plant that's probably really not gonna make it. So anyway, this is the garden that I've been taking care of every day. Try to make sure that I get the most out of it, and it's very enjoyable. So thanks for watching.